loves seeing a giant befriend someone? Better yet, who loves seeing a giant monster destroy a city? We love looking at giant movie monsters because they're towering, awesome, eye-boggling, and huge. With Transformers: Rise of the Beast coming out in June 2023, we're taking a look at the 10 best modern giant monster movies to ever grace the screens. As long as the movie has a gigantic beast in it, and it was made from 1990 on, it was considered for this list. Get ready to rumble with the biggest and the baddest giant movies of all time. Welcome to Best of Best Movie Clips. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode packed full of the best movies like this one. Number 10, Jack the Giant Slayer, 2013. A twist on the classic Jack and the Beanstalk story, Jack is a young farm boy enchanted by tales of a land above the clouds where giants rule. Years later, after trying to sell his horse to support his family, a monk offers him magic beans that when tossed outside by his angry uncle later, sprout up to the clouds. As part of an exploratory party, Jack and some soldiers climb the stalk, eventually making it to a kingdom in the sky populated by massive giants, who soon kidnap the princess. The giants' leader is a two-headed beast named General Fallon who wants to lead the giants to the human world. Not if Jack can help it. Number 9, Transformers: The Last Knight, 2017. The Last Knight is probably the best since the first. It fixes most of the problems people complain about. The racial stereotypes are lowered by a lot. There is no juvenile humor like the last 4 movies have. There are a lot fewer explosions, which is definitely a plus. And lastly, don't listen to these critics saying it's the same movie every time. We genuinely love the different direction they took The Last Knight in. All the characters were really likable and the plot, while convoluted, is still very interesting and well written. Like all Transformers movies, the CGI and action is fantastic and pure fun. If you like these movies, you're going to have a lot of fun watching them. Number 8, Jurassic World, 2015. Perhaps this was on director Colin Trevorrow's mind as he prepared for a return to the Jurassic Park franchise in 2015. The Indominus Rex, a genetically altered hybrid of DNA from some of the world's most lethal dinosaurs, was the star of the show this time. As a result, a smart and efficient killing machine emerged that refused to be defeated without a fight. It all culminates in a spectacular showdown in which a Mosasaurus, Velociraptor, and T-Rex join forces to eliminate Indominus once and for all. Number 7, Cloverfield, 2008. Cloverfield is a film about a giant monster attacking Manhattan, all seen through the perspective of a 20-something's handheld camera. The film has been hyped for months via viral marketing, J.J. Abrams fanboys, and media coverage monster speculation. Abrams, which made the most of its creature's impressive size and destructive capabilities. Clover was only seen briefly throughout the film, with the beast's impact being felt most strongly when Lady Liberty's head careens down a city street. It isn't until the final act of the horror film that we fully see what has been attacking New York City the entire time, and it isn't pretty. Matt Reeves created some genuine suspense in this loving homage to giant monster assaults. Number 6, Pacific Rim Uprising. Pacific Rim Uprising is pure awesome and fun. Only if you enjoy movies that are robots smashing robots or robots smashing kaiju. And a lot of destruction with a battle in a city. This film may not top Guillermo del Toro's first film, which was fresh and new about jaguars battling kaiju, and that film had a bit of style with a neo-nighttime battle. And seeing one jaguar dragging a freighter and using it like a bat to hit the giant monster. Uprising may not have that style that the first movie did. But it is big, loud, and action-packed for a science fiction film, and that is all you can ask for in this sequel. Number 5, Rampage, 2018. Based on the 1986 video game of the same name, Rampage is the mindless CGI-filled take-your-brain-out movie you'd expect, but has a bit of charm to it. I played Rampage as a kid. It was one of those fantastic games that got sequels, but nothing that followed ever came close to meeting its quality. But it had no story, it was devoid of plot. So how could you possibly make a movie based on it over 30 years later? Well, they did, and the story is thinner than Kate Moss's waistline. It tells the story of everyone's favorite wrestler Turner after The Rock chasing after the genetically modified gorilla he saved years before. Cue CGI, chaos, monsters, falling buildings, explosions, and all the usual tropes. With all three original monsters, George, Ralph and Lizzie, it's about as loyal as it can physically be considering the lack of material to actually work with.
I was just thinking the only thing that's missing right now is a giant crocodile.
Number 4, Monster Hunter, 2020. While on a peril-laden mission to track a missing team of soldiers, hard-as-nails U.S. Army Ranger Captain Natalie Artemis and her elite brothers-in-arms find themselves transported to an alternate universe. There, trapped in a barren desert world rife with formidable adversaries and subterranean sand-dwelling beasts, for the first time, Captain Artemis and her squad are shocked to discover that their otherwise destructive military weapons are now entirely inadequate to take down the enemy. But, unexpectedly, in their desperate battle for survival, the team stumbles upon a mysterious local huntsman whose superior combat skills allow him to stay one step ahead of the mighty creatures. Number 3, Kong, Skull Island, 2017. Kong Skull Island is a 2017 American monster film. It is the second movie in a new rebooted Universal Monsters universe, the first being Godzilla, 2014. Let's be clear, this isn't Shakespeare, and unlike the dreadful 2014 Godzilla, the film doesn't take itself too seriously. The film has the feel of a classic 90s blockbuster. Now, depending on your view of 90s blockbusters, this is either a good thing or a bad thing. The film is a rip-roaring, funny and fast-paced monster movie where the monster gets the same amount of screen time as the rest of the cast. Not only Kong, but all of the oversized creatures are amazing, one spectacular creature after another. Oh yes, it's loud, preposterous, relentless, and exciting. Number 2, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, 2019. This is the second Godzilla film in the MonsterVerse series, a story about the cryptozoological agency Monarch finding themselves facing titan monsters Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, and their ultimate solution is letting Godzilla battle them all to save mankind. The film is a little reminiscing to Toho Studios' classic 1964 movie, Ghidorah, the three-headed monster, but this time featuring the monsters in the 21st century, with some neat special effects. You get to see each of the monsters' unyielding powers and characteristics, and them battling each other is nothing short of edge-of-your-seat monster excitement. However, the CGI on the creatures were too dark at times, making the monster battles hard to see. It is also difficult to see the creatures' faces and reactions, just a whole lot of head-spinning movements and swift actions. If you're a Godzilla fan, you will love this film. The battles deliver, the titans are amazing, and Godzilla's character is perfect. Number 1, Godzilla vs. Kong, 2021. Definitely Godzilla vs. Kong is proven to be one of the best movies in the MonsterVerse franchise. Adam Wingard's Godzilla vs. Kong is a 2021 American monster film. A follow-up to Kong Skull Island, 2017, and Godzilla King of the Monsters, 2019. In the film, Kong clashes with Godzilla after humans transport the ape from Skull Island to Hollow Earth, the homeworld of the monsters known as Titans, in order to retrieve a power source for a secret weapon designed to halt Godzilla's mysterious rampages. As far as giant monster movies go, Godzilla vs. Kong does a serviceable job at entertaining us with frequent action and great special effects. It's mind-numbingly simplistic, but we wouldn't expect anything less. At this stage, it is unknown if there will be any more films in this monsterverse, but we do see potential in the franchise, continuing for as long as the demand is there. Since there are still plenty of threatening monsters out there to be dealt with, let's remain hopeful. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other recent clips from BOB Movie Clips and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. That's it for today, peace out.